The Key and Peele situation is insane. Let's talk about it.
One of the strangest things about Jordan Peele's Hollywood rise is that Keegan-Michael Key is nowhere in it. And once you notice it, it becomes hard to ignore.
Okay.
Key and Peele were one of the greatest comedy duos of the modern era.
Wait, still are? Did something happen? Wait, aren't they still making content? Am I nuts? Or did it actually go away?
They had the timing, the chemistry, the writing, the characters, the cultural impact. Their show gave us sketches that still get quoted years later. They were not some random double act thrown together by a network. They had a real creative language. Then the show ends and Jordan Peele becomes one of the most important filmmakers in Hollywood. Get Out becomes a phenomenon.
When the fuck did Jordan Peele become one of the most important film writers in Hollywood? Has that happened? I don't remember that shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold up, let me grok that shit. Did he? Is Jordan Peele one of the most important filmmakers in Hollywood? Google it. That's what we're doing right now. I don't know nothing about that shit. Maybe I'm not putting respect on his name. Yes, Jordan Peele is one of the most important filmmakers in Hollywood today. Particularly the 2010s through 2020s, though most important depends on the criteria: cultural impact, innovation, commercial success. All right, shit, okay. Good for him. I didn't know. I had no idea. I know he made some damn good skits. One of the most important? Shit, good for him.
Us proves he wasn't a one-hit wonder. Nope shows he can make a big original studio film with his own voice. Whether you love every movie or not, Jordan Peele became a director whose name alone sells tickets. He went from one half of a sketch comedy duo to an Oscar-winning filmmaker with a level of creative control most comedians never even get close to.
Great.
And through all of that, Keegan-Michael Key is never really part of it. That doesn't automatically mean they hate each other.
Sure.
To be fair, the public version has always been much softer than that. Key has said he and Jordan do not see each other as often anymore, which he called a tragedy, but he explained it as life moving in different directions.
Sure, I think that's fine. You know, sometimes people, you're close, sometimes you're not. It's all good. It's like me and my brother. I love that dude. He's the fucking man. I talk to him maybe once every 2 years, is what it is. When we see each other, it's great. You know, I mean, it sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. You get busy. That's life.
You can never take it away from him. He's got an Oscar. You can't take it away from him. And then I got a little verklempt. Yeah. Then I cried. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm just so proud of him because he started working on this script the year after he left Mad TV. So that's 9 years ago. That's about 9 years ago.
Peele lives in Los Angeles, and creatively, Jordan moved into horror, while Key moved into other acting work. Key has also said their friendship is still good, and that when they reconnect, they pick up where they left off.
Yeah,
so the official story is not a dramatic breakup. The official story is distance. But now, because of Akilah Hughes' recent story, people are looking at that distance differently. Hughes told a story about a comedy duo she coded as Lock and Banana, which most people online have interpreted as Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele.
Well, yeah, Lock and Banana, Lock and Key, Banana Peele. What the fuck is Black Bitch saying?
She did not simply say these two stopped working together. Her story was about a failed television deal, a sketch comedy project, and the alleged involvement of Key's wife behind the scenes.
Their code names could be Lock and Banana. And Lock is gonna use his name to carry you to the forefront of pop culture. And so we came up with a pitch. We practiced it. It was like so good. I mean, like not only is there a keynote presentation, but there are videos. We get one of the people pitching with us to go on Pierce Morgan and force him to say the tagline from the show unwittingly. We are selling the show all over town. And you know, we get a few offers, which is like a feeling that like is unlike any other, where you're like, we are wanted. Like it's coming together. And during the pitch process, Locke gets his dream. He's asked to host SNL. And he does. And we have this agreement. We're like, and you're going to say the name of the show. You're just going to put it in there at the end when you're doing your thank yous at the end of SNL. And we should have known then that, like, he didn't say it. And it was like the only thing he had to say. But there were some things he said that were like weird, and thanking his wife, who becomes a weird main character in this whole story.
Okay.
And so my agent at the time calls me, and she goes, how is pitching going? How do people feel about Locke? And I'm like, oh my God, they love him. Everybody loves Locke. And she's like, that's great, that's great. How do they feel about his wife, who is now somehow the executive producer on my show? And I'm like, I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think people like her very much. And she's like, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm like, okay. So like, are you saying like, we're not gonna be able to sell this? Or she's like, listen, people like you and they like Locke. It'll come together. And so I forgive this sort of moment. But that should have been the red flag where I said, hey, maybe we like pause this. We haven't sold it yet. We're all still free. Let's just recalibrate. Not me. I was like, no, because it's more important to have a celebrity attached.
According to her version,
I mean, sure, I can understand if that is what happened, and the dude wanted to involve his wife, who was underqualified, how that would cause issues. I can absolutely see that. If that is something that happens, sure, absolutely. Some motherfuckers, they're their head in the clouds. They want to do what's best for their wife, but they don't realize that's what's best for business or what's best for business, and they fuck everything up. I've seen it happen a million times.
wife started giving creative notes that Hughes found bizarre, including things like comedy happens in threes, the letter K is funny, and telling the writers to give the audience some candy. Hughes also claimed that after those ideas were not embraced, legal threats were made toward the network, which led the network to pay the couple to leave the project and forced Hughes to write a new pilot.
Now let me pause there because I brought a text. I brought something that was another red flag that I should have seen.
I wonder why she's airing this shit out publicly to like a group of like 40 people. This seems very trashy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
This is from Dumois, an anonymous blind item that someone submitted. They said, since Locke was hosting SNL, I wanted to say, whenever I see him, I can only think of his wife. She has a bunch of food allergies. And she had an allergy attack about a eucalyptus plant by her table at Tribeca Grill. And then, in parentheses, on the celeb sighting list. Acting like she couldn't breathe. The plant was fake, and I showed it to her. She just said, oh, and acted totally normal after that.
Jesus.
He was very nice about it and apologized after. He left a good tip. Bizarre, though.
Jesus.
Bizarre, though. And so she threatens to sue the company. She threatens to sue the vermin. And so for a month, we hear nothing. We're no longer in pre-production. We're waiting around. My dreams, the thing I quit my dream job for.
Is this whole thing just her running Key and Key's wife into the fucking mud while having 3 random white dudes give her like random jazz instrumentals in the background? Like, what the fuck is this? Should I do this for stream when I'm talking mad shit? But I'll get like 3 minorities to like play the trombone?
Thinking I was gonna be ushered into the pop culture memory of the United States.
Hey guys, some retard said a thing, so it must be true? True.
Of America is on hold. And they get back to us after a month and they say, hey, we paid them off the project, but you have to write a whole new pilot. And I'm like, at this point, well, fuck, like these are all our best ideas. And also like, they're like, one day you can perform that for the internet, but like we own the TV rights to that. So we do what writers do. We come back together and we write a banger script because we know that if the vermin has nothing, they have IP. And we write a script that is filled with Muppets. We believe that we're gonna have something worth fighting for.
I can't listen to this bitch talk anymore. This is just not even worth a video. Holy fuck. How did 400,000 people watch that shit?
So wait a minute.
Actually, I truly don't understand. She said nothing funny? No, that was torture, bro. How was that that bad? Now I know why so many commentary channels make video after video about me, because there's absolutely nothing else going on.